Hi, I'm Aubrey Shines. I'm Senior Pastor of G2G Ministries in Tampa, Florida. Are you aware that public schools are indoctrinating your children? Why is it as a parent you don't have a choice as to take, the money that you spend on taxes and send your child anywhere you want to send them? After all, it's your money, it's your child. Why is it that there's one political party that stands in your way of doing so? What are some of the things that they're teaching your children that you don't want them to learn, but they insist on them learning? Therefore, you're going to learn it whether you want to or not, according to their mantra. Well, it's simple. See, one of the reasons that there's a political party that wants to control your children is because they don't trust you. They don't trust you as a parent, that even though you are the caretaker, you don't know as much as they know. Therefore, they know better. And therefore, you should, kind of abort your own self out of the equation of raising your children, letting your children have, the type of belief you want them to have. After all, the state knows better. Case in point, there are videos right now that are circulating from the group of 9 to 12-year-old kids that they're literally teaching them. As a matter of fact, in a few spots in this country, even earlier, that they're teaching your children about masturbation. They're teaching your children about transgenderism. You say, well, that's impossible. No, it's not impossible. There are several cases, and maybe I'll come at a later time and give you case in point where you can find these cases. They're not as isolated as you think they are. And you say, well, wait a minute, Pastor. I have a right as a parent. I don't want that stuff, being poured down the throats of my kids. Well, here's the problem. The moment your kid is in that public school, you kind of advocate all of your rights to say, you know what? We're going to go the way that they want us to go. And that is, they're going to teach them that because they feel it is important that your children understand these type of principles, and not necessarily the principles of math, certainly not the principles of science, because even there, they're confusing the kids by saying there's no real science. You can be whatever you want to be. You may have been born a boy or a girl, but if you don't believe that you are, you're not. I mean, I know this is ridiculous, but this is what happens when you vote the wrong way. Why is this important? Why do you need to know this? Because every time you put a representative in your district, in your state, as a governor, as a senator in office that do not hold your Judeo-Christian values, you are sacrificing your children to a public school system to be indoctrinated with something you don't even believe in. Why is that important? Because you have the power to change it. But you're going to have to do the research. You're going to have to come to finally a point in your life that you realize that what I've been doing has actually been damaging my children. And when you appoint men and women in office that do not hold your Judeo-Christian values, guess what? They're going to indoctrinate your children with their own values. People, we can do better than this. Our children should not be viewing things that should be left up to adult viewership, and not children viewing these kinds of things. How do you take control back? Never ever elect someone under any circumstance that tells you that you don't have a right to take your tax dollars and send your child to wherever you want to send them to. There's only one party, by the way, that's doing that, and that's the Democratic Party. That's just a fact. Republicans are pushing a different thing, and it's called choice. Take your money, your tax dollar, send your child to, whether it's a Christian school, private school, a charter school, whatever it is, but as a parent, you should have that right. So when you go to the voting booth and you vote for a Democrat, what you're saying is, my child will be indoctrinated, even with things I don't want, simply because I'm going to continue to hold on to this ridiculous ideology called the Democrat thought process. Come on, people. These are our children we're talking about, for God's sake. Take control, get involved, vote for the right party, people that would give you the choice, and we'll see our children begin to do better. Listen, until I come again, I bid you peace.